All right. Welcome back, you guys. You are tuned in to Consciously Spiritual, and I am your Cosmic G, Tower Tales. If you have made it through that first video where I have given you a very detailed explanation as to who I am, how I came about my spiritual journey, even how I came about creating my spiritual name, Tower Tales, you now are going to get a snapshot, pretty much the basics to understand moving forward who I am, what this channel is about, and some basic staples as to information and knowledge that you should be aware of in order to grasp everything that is going to be presented on this channel. These are some basics, some foundation. I am here to break it down to you because I am actively going through things and I'm sharing it with you guys. So these are the fundamental basics when you're dealing with this channel. 1, 2, understanding what I mean about spirituality, and yes, why is it important? Why are you even here listening to me? Why should you even care about something outside of your own beliefs? Well, I'm gonna give you some basics because like I said, that Holy Bible is quite complicated, even though they say it's the basic instructions before leaving this earth. These I have made my staples as to the basis for how I program my thinking, how I am elevating my mind, my life, and in general, holistically elevating myself. These are the 5 things that make up my lifestyle, okay? The universal laws, the laws of Tahuti. Now, I'm very big on understanding why this should make sense, okay? We've been given a lot of information to constantly put our energy out rather than looking within. And in order to understand the basis of how the universe works, let alone yourself, you are a micro perspective, I would say, a micro perspective of the cosmic intelligence that's out here, made up of us, other beings, and X, Y, and Z. But for right now, we want to just simply understand what governs everything in existence. So we're getting away from just talking about humans one-on-one. We're getting away from talking about black and white. We're getting away from talking about Christianity versus Buddhism. We simply want to discuss the things that govern everything in existence, the universal laws. The universal laws, which just understanding the basics of the 7 universal laws, which are also known as the laws of Tahuti. We will be going in detail into what those laws are and how they govern everything in existence. And when you know the rules to the game, you know how to play it. You know how to get ahead. You know how to predict, foresee. You unlock certain portions of yourself that allow you to be open and aware and conscious to what's going on. Okay, so this is what I believe in. I start off with the universal laws. The universal laws, because why? It governs, like I said, everything in existence. Secondly, everything is energy. Now, we know this, right? We've heard this in physics. Energy is never lost. It can only be transferred. I'm loosely quoting that, but in general, everything is energy. Your thoughts are energy. When you wave your hand, this is energy. Do you see it? Not normally. Is it possible to see it? Yes. Why? Because everything has a frequency, a vibration, and a color. So when we're talking about the vibe of the room, we're talking about the energy. How is it flowing? How am I feeling when I step into this place, right? So everything is energy. Understanding that everything is energy, we're also going to be introduced to chakras. What are chakras? First of all, I learned about what a chakra was maybe 4 years ago, just about 4 years ago. This is something that we should be taught growing up. This should be a part of our normal everyday education. Why? Because it's teaching us how to understand the energetic, unforeseen faith in things unseen, the energy that's around us that we don't normally see on an every day-to-day basis. But why? Because we're not tuned into that frequency to be able to do that. But you can always tap back in, understanding the chakras within you, where they're located, what emotions they govern, okay? Helps you to understand and decode yourself. It helps you to be able to say, if I'm understanding this area in my life is not going the way that I would like, I need to see and address what emotions are attached to this situation. How do I feel about it? Go back and check into the chakras and see what chakra does that energy correlate to. Is this a high vibrational energy? Is this a low vibrational energy? Once you're able to identify that, then you have to do the real work, what we call shadow work, working on the things that you don't like about yourself in order to become the person in which you say you want to be, to have the life that you say that you want to have, to live the way that you say you want to live. But it takes for you to make some understandings about yourself, the energetic portions of you, to step outside yourself. Now you don't need counsel from 3 of your girlfriends, your cousin, his wife, your auntie's baby mama. You don't need to counsel those people when you're able to self-identify, self-reflect, self-diagnose. Okay? We're not just diagnosing ourselves on a physical level, which, to be honest, you guys, I've been a nurse for 7 years now, and understanding that, yes, I self-diagnose myself all the time. Why wouldn't I? I know my body better than anybody. Nobody can tell me anything about my body better than me. So therefore, when we understand how to take care of our physical health, we tune into understanding how to take care of ourselves energetically, spiritually. We tap into a different side of ourselves. We're able to understand that everything is energy. Being able to control that energy is key. Okay? Third, the subconscious mind programming. Now, the subconscious mind is a beautiful thing, okay? Which I also learned about maybe about 3 years ago. Not so far back as a chakra. However, understanding the subconscious mind even exists is a game changer. Okay, we talk about it, we say things, we say cliches and different phrases and sayings, and you know, my intuition and spirit tells me that those cliches was parables and proverbs to be able to re-jog our memory to understand when I'm able to say this phrase or this parable in this situation, maybe I should be tuning into this. Maybe I should be focusing on doing something different. Maybe, you know, these are cues that our higher selves, our spirit double, the highest aspect of ourselves that wants better for us, okay? That wants elevation for us. What happens? They send us cues throughout the day. We say it all the time. Angel numbers. That's a big thing that people are, you know, tuning into now. Angel numbers. But understanding how to program the subconscious mind, understanding what it is, how to program it, and how it is being used against you currently to this day because you don't know what it is. See, these are things, these are basics. When I tell you guys, these are the basics of spirituality and what I personally have started from the ground up in order to even understand more higher knowledge or more abstract thinking, more tying abstract stories and different things together and seeing patterns and understand. Before I can even start to do that, I had to understand these things. Because if I didn't resonate with this energy, I wouldn't be able to move forward. You know how math is cumulative? 1 + 1 = 2. Once you learn addition and subtraction, then you go to multiplication. It builds upon itself. Same with understanding and how to decode everything that you've been taught in reverse. Okay? So the subconscious mind is programmed 3 ways: through trauma, repetition, and symbols. Okay? Understanding why things are put where they're put, the colors that they're put, because remember, everything has a vibration, a frequency, and a color. I mean, I'm sure it has a number as well. Everything, I'm sure, can add up to a certain thing, but those 3 things are paramount to understanding how you can simply decode anything in your reality with these basics. Now, because most of these things, just in the first 3 that I've talked about, 100% is taboo in religious settings, okay? And not so much, okay, let's say chakras, but the way in which you present information can be quite taboo, okay? Universal laws, we don't really want to talk, when we talk about metaphysics, we want to talk about only thinking, oh, I'm going to just blindly follow what I've been naturally taught in a, I shouldn't even say natural because it's not, but I've been taught in a natural setting for a long time to believe certain things. So when I introduce something to you that completely goes against everything that you've ever learned before, that's probably something you should pay attention to. Because as we all know, if all the lambs are going in one direction to the slaughter, but nobody knows, those who do something different live to fight another day. And that seems to be a metaphor I use frequently here, but it's true. Because by continuously to believe in something that we know isn't real, we eventually tell our kids, oh, Santa Claus isn't real, X, Y, and Z, the Easter Bunny isn't real, X, Y, and Z. So why start out with telling them lies? Anyway, I digress. Being spiritual is understanding how everything is interconnected, understanding the balance, the duality, the universal laws, starting there, understanding the balance, understanding how that energy can work in your favor if you know where and how to use it. I shouldn't say where, but just how to use it and what your intent is. Understanding yourself more breaks you out of a religious mindset. Okay, a religious mindset is I'm gonna blindly follow something because this is what I've been taught, even though it doesn't quite make sense. Okay, even historically and factually, it doesn't quite make sense. But my mom always said there's some truth in every lie. They just twisted it around. So now it's time for us to decode our own life and get back to ourselves. So why we don't reincarnate? Okay, whether you believe reincarnation is real or not, hey, just because you don't believe it does not make it true. All right. Now, we've all heard, everybody said, oh, she's an old soul, oh, he's an old soul. Look at that baby, he's an old soul. Why do we say that? Old soul. How can I be old if it's a baby? That means we understand the concept of reincarnation on a basic level. However you've been taught it before, or if it's ever been completely explained before. But reincarnation is simply a construct to keep you coming back to this planet and not ascending. It's a construct that is taken over for far too long. If you feel like you're old soul, because you are, all right, it's because at the end of the day, you have reincarnated here so many times. You have gotten so many different clues. You have lived so many different ways that you have finally understood, or you should come to a realization now that we're moving into the golden age, an age in which the reparations of the time that we have suffered should be lifting. Everybody should have an opportunity to the land of milk and honey. The abundance should overflow as long as you're able and you know when and where to tap into. Once you can do that, you have the chance of breaking the cycle of reincarnation. In order to break the cycle, this is the main reason, if you don't want to listen to nothing else, the main reason why you should be concerned about why spirituality is important. Because if you continue to be a religious minded person and you do not think for yourself and understand and learn to grow out of outward facing savior, if you don't become your own savior, if you don't save yourself and elevate your consciousness, which is located in the seat of your soul that fell, this is the mythology, it fell to the bottom chakra. Okay, so there you go. Learning about the chakras in general is one basic as to where you need to start. Why? Because you need to raise your consciousness from your root chakra past the lower 3 chakras. Okay, past the lower 3 chakras, which are all rooted in survival, love, security, things that you experience in your childhood. Okay, where you are living out your karma from previous lives, where you have to understand that now those existences that have come before this one and the experiences that you're having now is a result of karma, is a result of you understanding that this is a struggle. Hell, learning how to overcome the struggle is a part of it. Learning how to transform the energy from the lower 3 chakras to operate from the heart space. Move that energy on up. Everybody will be clairvoyant. We've heard about the third eye and all the things that it can do, all of the wonders of the world. Guess what? Just like we see in all of these movies that they depict to be just pretend. Okay, those were abilities that we had before. These are the decodings that they get from the pyramids that we can't even afford to go and see. Why? It's constructed that way intentionally. Everybody got a phone. You in Egypt, hey, they blowing up Dubai right now. That's the next best thing. Once they find out that it's gold and riches and glamour in Africa, I'm sure people will be traveling over there. And guess what? They have phones. They can record hieroglyphs. Who knows? Bust out some big government conspiracy. Who knows? They keep it select few who can afford or even fathom want to go to the motherland, want to go over to Egypt, Africa, anywhere in Africa you can think of if you know somebody, because they're integrating over here now a lot. But so that we don't get sidetracked, they want things to stay the same. They want you to continue to reincarnate. Who is they? The energies that control this planet. I'm not going to say anything further because I don't know anything further as of now. When I have a more specific, definitive answer for you, I'll get back to they. But we all know that there are some energies that control this planet. So understanding that they want reincarnation to persist. Why? Because it keeps you feeding the energy that they leech off of. Just that simple. That old money we hear about, that old money, that long generational money. Every time their family incarnates in here, they got money, old money. We still trying to get some new money. Every time we incarnate here, it's a struggle. We ain't learning our lesson. The lesson is to understand and decode our life, to understand the ancient practices and ways of our ancestors, which afforded them gifts and abilities, so that we ain't all trying to walk around here to be the same people. We not all walking around here trying to do the same thing. Understanding how our unique gifts and abilities go to help the collective. But first starts with self. So if you can't break down self, if you're not willing to break outside a religious mindset and try something different to understand the principles of spirituality, is to find your own beaten path towards the light, something that actually changes you, that makes you different physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of those things. Because guess what, guys? It is more to life than just waking up every day, living for the weekend. So, at the end of the day, I appreciate you listening to me. Understand that these 5 principles will be the basis of knowledge moving forward. I will be breaking down some of these points in depth, especially the universal laws, how you can apply them to your everyday life. We'll talk about who is Hootie. Everything is energy. We're going to focus more so on the chakras, subconscious mind. How do we program it? Spiritual, not religious. We've got over that. And we're going to continue our conversation on reincarnation just in a overall sense as it applies to the topic. But it's been a great time talking to you guys. So it's endless love, y'all. Signing out. Peace. You guys, thank you so much. I am so grateful for all of the support, for all of the people who have been watching my videos, subscribing to my social media platforms, who have been asking questions, who have been rocking with me on my spiritual journey. That lets me know just by you making it to the end of this video that you're ready to elevate, that you're ready to take your spiritual journey serious, and that you're ready for the next steps. And sometimes you need a little help. Sometimes you don't know where to go or how to go about doing the things that you set out to do. So therefore you look to others who have done it, who have been there, and who are ready to help you. And that's me, your shadow work specialist. That's what I'm dubbing myself. I am the shadow work specialist. Because why? Everybody needs shadow work. Shadow work is the basis for releasing the lower vibrational energies, the gunk, the junk, the trauma that keep your consciousness in those lower 3 chakras that keep you vibrating low. Is your money funny? Are your relationships not working out the way you would like? Okay, are you stuck in a rut? Are you depressed? Then guess what, my love? You need shadow work. You need to address head on those things about yourself that you hide from. Those things about yourself that continue to keep you vibrating on a lower frequency, that keep you from attracting the abundance that is blessed and guaranteed upon your life. But it takes some work. And I'm here for you guys. So if you aren't already following me on IG, we do Shadow Work Sundays, where we get to the nitty-gritty of issues in our daily lives and how we can change those things that manifest here on earth with spiritual work. Okay, Shadow Work Sundays. If you aren't already subscribed to me on YouTube, please do. Also follow me on IG _consciously_spiritual. That's my only page. Don't fall for the scammers. Okay, Facebook, Tara Tells. That's me. That's where you can find me. Make sure you hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video you get notified. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share with your friends, share with your family, and let them know it is time for us to reclaim our highest glory, for us to step into our higher selves, for us to release the trauma, the pain that keeps us stuck. And if you need some assistance, some guidance along the way, your girl Tara T is here to help. So if you're ready to take your spiritual journey to the next level, if you're ready to decode your life for higher health, wealth, and happiness, then email me, consulttara@gmail.com. That's all you need to do. consulttara@gmail.com. And let's get a plan of action together so you can begin to release those things that keep you vibrating low, so that the abundance that is meant for your life is attracted to you. Because money is always coming to me. Let that be your reality too. Endless love, y'all. Peace.